Here's an actual guide on how to level up super fast inside of Fortnite so you can hit that maxed level and battle pass as quickly as possible. This is what I'm going to be doing. It's a legit way explaining all the nerfs and buffs across every single game mode and every single method of earning XP in the game. Which is the best, which is the worst. Let's take a little look and see what you can get. So first off, if you aren't already aware, inside of the passes section, there's a few different things to take note of which have changed recently in this chapter. If you don't already know, and this is your first season playing, or maybe you didn't complete the pass last season. In total, you need 200 levels to complete the pass. However, you don't need the full 200 just yet because your Outlaw Midas stuff isn't available until a later date. So you don't really want to rush to level 200 yet because you can't unlock the Midas stuff and you'll need another 20 to 30 levels to unlock that. So you may as well just get to like 260 or something and just wait for the Midas stuff. Obviously, if you want the bonus rewards and that, just rush as much as you can to get them maxed out of that 200. But if you don't want them, you don't need to rush. I won't be rushing because there's no point because they unlock on the 11th of March. Once it gets to that date, you can see the Outlaw stuff unlocks on 11th of March. Once it gets to that date, then I'll be hard focusing the Battle Pass for now. So yeah, let's take a look at how you can get max. If you want to go for the max tier straight away, that's perfectly fine. But for me, it just makes more sense to do it all together so you don't have to be grinding it twice. So let's jump into the quest. The quest system has entirely changed. Look at this lovely thing that Fortnite have given us. This is brand new. They've never given us something like this before in the past. We did have it last season, but we've yet to make a video of it. This is the first time we're making a video with the new quest system. So how does this work? It can be a little bit confusing at first, but it's quite easy actually. It's a lot easier than stuff in the past because now they've got the total XP required, or you get, sorry, from each challenge. And you can see your XP you need till your next level. If you don't know, you need 16 million XP to get to 200, and it is 80,000 per level. Okay, so how much XP do you get in total from all of these, and how many levels do you get, and which ones are worth doing and which ones are not worth doing? Well, there's a new feature you can track your quests now, so you can set which ones you want to be tracked, which is pretty cool. You can press track quest and it'll go in there. So if you want to do that, you can. But let's take a little look at these and go over what we've got. So first off, Kickstarter. These will happen naturally from playing BR, but in total, the XP for this one was 150,000. I've done 4 of them, and it'll give you just under 2 levels from doing these. So basically 2 levels, which is a nice little boost to start off. So it's a pretty good one. Kickstarter quest, this is BR to start with. Outlaw Story quests, these aren't available just yet, but when these do go live, we can expect them to give around 2 levels per part of the story. Basically, one story part is 25,000 and there's 3 parts per like little quest, and it's usually 2 parts per story, which gives about 150,000 XP. So it's usually 2 levels, just under 2 per story quest. Okay, so dailies. How much XP can you gain from dailies? Well, the system itself only allows you to do 3 daily quests per day because it's now a global daily bonus goal. That means that these daily quests work on any mode and count up. So if you do 1 on Save the World, you get 1. Then if you do 1 on Creator Made Islands, you get another sticker. And then finally the last sticker, and you'll get your 90,000 for the day. So if you're doing that every single day until the end of the season, which is a total of 68 days from today, that's 10 weeks, just under, that's 79 levels basically you're going to get from all your dailies. So a decent amount, but that means you've got to log on every day and do them. That is part of my method, and we'll get into my strategy and method in a second using your dailies. Not every day, but when you're on and you've got like a few days on Fortnite, dailies are worth farming. And it tells you when they reset. Every day at 2 o'clock is when they refresh for me, and your refresh time will probably be the same wherever you are, but translated to a different time. Okay, weeklies. This is an interesting scenario. Weeklies aren't good. I personally avoid weeklies. They're not very good for XP, and they're not that good at all. They take a lot of time to do, so I just avoid them. This is BR. Most of these weeklies are doable in the BR. There are weeklies in others, which we'll jump into in a second. And the way these work, you get a weekly bonus. And you can see there's a total of 40 weeklies that need to be done to get the final bonus. The bonus is only worth 400,000. It's not worth it at all. You can see these. I've done 1 weekly already. So the bonus is not worth it. It's 400,000, and that is only 5 levels, guys. So bonus is absolutely awful. Would not recommend focusing weeklies unless you are desperate for XP at the end, right at the end of the season. Or you're rushing. Obviously, if you're rushing, it's a tactic to use. Then your week as well. These give about 1 level per week, 2 levels if you get 6 quests if you get lucky. So it depends. It really does depend on how the week is going. But usually it's 3 to 6 quests per week. So it's either 1 or 2 levels per week. Which in total, if we add that up till the end of the season, it's going to be roughly about 10 to 20 levels from weeklies, roughly. If you add the bonus bit, obviously that gives you 25. So it's not that good at all. It usually can be less, 3 to 4 quests per week. Sometimes it's different on each week. So not worth focusing. Just let them happen naturally. Milestones, again, this looks a ton of XP, 2.4 million, which is a ton of XP, but the milestones take a very long time. In total, it's actually 30 levels, so you can gain 30 levels from milestones, but you can see these are all things that you don't really want to focus. You just do them naturally. Don't focus any of these. They're all naturally done from playing BR, and you can get a total of 30 levels from that. So it's basically a thank you for playing BR. We'll go into XP in a second for playtime on different game modes, so we'll get into that. Collections. These have been completely nerfed. So there used to be a bonus you would get for completing these for the first time. That has gone. They have removed the bonus. It's no longer here, so you don't even need to really look at these anymore. I personally won't be looking at these at all. They're completely irrelevant now. They don't give you a first-time earning bonus. So, yeah, they're not good. Maybe they forgot to add it in, but they don't have it this time. So we're going to ignore collections. There's no XP to be earned on them. Obviously, if you do these in-game, you do get a little XP pop-up, but it's just classed as your match XP in a BR game. Ranked is an interesting one. 24,000 unrepeatable quests, which are a little bit tedious to do. Hard, you got to earn a win. Top 10. Twice, that's going to take at least 40 minutes. Eliminate players in rank matches 3. That's pretty good if you're good. You could probably do some good ones. And 5 storm circles, that's going to take at least 20 minutes as well. So avoid, not worth doing unless you're going for the rank rewards, which you can see here. The actual cosmetics, this will happen naturally and you don't need to focus them, just let it happen naturally. Not even worth the 2000 XP for them. Okay, so that's all the BR quests. Okay, so we've now got creator made islands. Inside of here, you can earn XP in any of the islands you play or your dailies. This is one of my main strategies, and I'll talk about my strategy after I've gone over all of these different ones. We've got Fortnite OG next. This is an interesting one because there's only 70k to be earned here. Down here, obviously, you've got your dailies and stuff and you're ranked, but your actual OG mode doesn't allow much XP at all. It's really not even worth counting at this point because it's literally 70, which is just under 1 level. Ballistic, again, there is nothing in here for XP, just dailies, just like creative. Fortnite Reload also doesn't include too much, but it does have some unique ones towards the bottom. Locked and reloaded quests, these are like a special quest just for reload. These are actually pretty decent because they can grant a total of 3 levels altogether, and obviously ranked as well, and dailies again, which is just the usual stuff. Festival is actually quite decent for XP overall on the quest side. We'll talk about playtime XP in a second as well on some of these modes, because if you don't know, some of them do grant playtime XP. So in Festival, all of this together, for some reason the weeklies say 240,000. I can't see where the 240 is getting added up from. I can see 3 8s, another 8. I can't see where the 240 is coming from, but maybe when you complete these they unlock another one. I'm not too sure how they work. But if that is the case, then the 240, if we do count that, in Festival altogether, you're going to be able to earn about 18 levels from all of these, including the milestones as well, which I don't think add up to that number either. So I don't know how they're adding these up to the 1.4 million. But if the ad is correct, it's a total of a decent amount of levels. Lego next. Basically, if you've got weeklies stacked up from previous weeks, it's a good amount of XP, 500,000, which is a good amount of XP. You know, it's going to give you 6.25 levels this here, which is good. And then these dailies just aren't really worth it. It's only going to give you about 1. So yeah, this is normal Lego. These are just daily discovery ones again, your global. And your rocket racing, you got your global again, global dailies, and you've got your weeklies in here. Again, unique weeklies, which are quite cool. 440 altogether in rocket racing, which is going to be a total of 5.5 levels per week on rocket racing, and ranked is 16 as well. Again, it's just using the same rank stuff. It's just basically the same rank quests, but for each mode is a different one. So yeah, that's just the case it is. Save the World, only dailies, and it does have its own unique set of XP, which you can see on screen right now. These are for endurances. I generally don't think many of you will be doing Save the World endurances. You're going to have to be a top tier Save the World player or know someone that has an endurance, and it's still a good 2 to 3 hours to do. It's really not worth it, and it's the max wave endurance is obviously down here. You can see is wave 30, which is 339,000, which is a decent amount, but it's not going to give you that much. You know, 339,000, it's just under 5 levels, so it's really not that good. Only 4 levels from that, so I wouldn't be wasting your time on Save the World. It's a lot of AFK and a lot of silly time wasting. I know some people do it as their main method. If you're not playing and you don't want to play and you just want to sit AFK and you do have a good Save the World map, I can see why it's efficient for some people, but if that's not you, and 99% of people it's not, you're just not going to be doing that. So I would just avoid Save the World as an XP method as focus of anyway. That's what I'd say. The total XP available from all of the challenges, by the way, is 155 levels if you do it. That includes doing every single daily, every single day. So it's quite a lot. You know, we've never had it that high. It's probably one of the highest ones ever, up to the 200. So I'm quite impressed with what Fortnite's done just from quest XP alone until the end of the season. Obviously, them 50 levels still need to come from somewhere though. Okay, what about playtime XP? So all of these do have unique playtime. So let's go over playtime for these. Creative maps that aren't calibrated have a playtime XP of 3000, which is granted every 15 minutes. Jam Stage also has a playtime of 3000 every so minutes. Okay, on screen you can see a list of all the playtimes. This is the amount of playtime XP you get, basically the changes as well. You can see what it's been changed from. I'm assuming some of these are 15 minutes, some of them are 5 minutes. It's different weighted per mode. I'm not too sure, to be honest, how much the playtime weight is per each mode. And I'm not going to go in and test because it's quite hard to calculate. But you can see each one. I know the creative one's every 15, so if we assume everyone is probably going to be 15, because the creative one's a little bit higher, that 3000 XP on creative is only given if you're actually playing the creative mode or a map that isn't calibrated. The others, like Jam Stage, Lego Brick, Lego, Ballistic, OG, Reload, all give playtime XP, which you can see there, but, you know, it's not that good, and I wouldn't be focusing that if it's every 15 minutes. That's just extra bonus XP from these. So what is the final method I will be using this season to level up super quick? Well, the first method I want to mention is using creator-made islands. That is the most effective way if you want to do your dailies every single day. And what I do is I log on and I get my 90,000 in my map Toy Box. The reason I use Toy Box is, one, everyone has been using that map to get the Catalina skin, which a lot of people used it for, and the XP is pretty well calibrated to be given equally across to everyone. So the XP consistently keeps granting. It's really effective. There's no silly timers. You know them videos you see, them XP scams and them videos? Ignore them. They're fake. They don't give you good XP. They just make you waste time to trick the system. There's also other maps which grant way too much XP at the start and then stop giving you XP entirely in that mode. The cap for creative is 4 million per week. So basically, if you're going on Toy Box, you're not going to hit 4 million in 7 days. Very unlikely. So you can go on there, get your 90,000. Once you've got that from elimination XP, headshot XP, drop-in XP, you can keep playing if you want to earn more XP. Then, I personally keep playing for about half an hour to an hour, depending on how I'm performing. Then I'll back out, and then I'll go and focus other quests across other modes. The other quests I will then go and move on to will be Battle Royale quests to see what's available. Usually kickstart ones, or if there's any special events, I'll focus them. Or any ones that I can do that need doing pretty easily. Other than that, then I'll wait and just play whatever I want to play, earn natural XP. Then I'll come back the next day and do the same again in creative. And then Toy Box, get your 90,000, play for about half an hour to an hour, 3 chapters. So that's my creative method and how much XP you can gain from that. But let's take a little look at BR. Now BR itself doesn't actually give that much XP. If you look at BR here, you can see I've got a total of 56,000 in this game, but it's including quests. Now if you look at survival, match and combat, it's only just about 23,000. For the time I spent on this, I spent about 25 minutes on this game. It's not worth it. You could spend 25 minutes in Toy Box and earn 25,000 XP in a short space of time, possibly in about 2 to 3 minutes if you're eliminating henchmen or other players. So BR isn't the best for XP if you're just playing it. But if you're doing quests and stuff, then yes, it can perform well, especially if you do multiple quests in one game and focus that. It's a really effective way of leveling up quick with little time. That's what I kind of focus. The little time you spend, but be efficient and effective. That's the way I level up, because then I can spend more time playing the modes that I want to play or building maps is what I usually do. So the modes I usually play is either like Toy Box, bit of Ballistic every now and then, bit of BR as well for fun, or OG, but they're not always the best for leveling up. You know, OG isn't the best, Ballistic isn't the best, so you don't always want to be doing that just for XP. If you want to level up quick and get them tiers, which I like to do without buying them, just to prove I can do it, that's why I keep making these videos every season. So yeah, that's what I do on that side. So I hope this video has helped you out and given you an overview. Don't forget to jump into Toy Box if you need that extra XP to level up quickly. It's a really effective way, which I do. And you can use other maps as well. If you found one that you like, feel free to do that. But Just remember, some of them aren't fully optimized and some of them are over optimized, and the XP will stop being granted, and a lot of them can be scams as well if you are searching around for XP maps. Toybox isn't an official XP map, it's simply just a creative map, a free-for-all, which is fun, and the XP is just very good to help you level up the best you can. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Other maps I have are like 50 Fashion in here. For those that know, I've got it in previous videos. I'll link one on screen. You can go and check out a previous video on how to earn XP on that map, and it will explain. I just don't want to do it again. I do it every season. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.